Have you heard about the Vietnamese billionaire sentenced to death? Yeah, it was tax fraud, right? Death for tax fraud. Never even thought of that. R.I.P. Ludwig. You would have loved Vietnam. Oh, embezzlement? Wasn't it embezzlement from the government? Am I crazy? But it's 44 billion? Bro, that's one Twitter. That's one Twitter. You can't fuck around with 44 billion. Everyone gets up in arms. Sorry. I think that deserves a sorry. Or that deserves an Elon Musk, like, 2 Twitters now? Oh, more than 2, bro. You think Twitter's worth 22 billion right now? You're on Elon Musk's payroll. If you think Twitter is worth 22 billion now, you are smoking crack, dude. Nobody would pay that much for Twitter. Twitter is not making no goddamn money. It's got a debt millstone around its neck. Yeah, you get the same 4 ads. Even before the sale, Twitter's making no money. Twitter was break even before the sale. They had 2 quarters of positive revenue, but generally break even. A pretty poorly run company before the sale that was kind of squeaking by. Now, it's fucking curtains. Bot problem got worse? That's all we talked about. Bro, the only thing Elon Musk talked about before he bought it is how he's gonna fix the bots. Do you inherit the debt if you buy the company? There wasn't a significant debt problem in Twitter when it was bought. First of all, you do. But second of all, he added the debt problem. He took out loans to buy Twitter, then the loans are on Twitter's book. So the most likely outcome is that Twitter can't pay these back. He doesn't want to sell stock to pay those debts. So they'll just bankrupt the company. I mean, I think the company bankrupts. Tesla's too far. The stock's down. He doesn't want to fucking dump more shares. Twitter owes itself. No. Twitter owes the banks that loaned it money to be bought. Infinite money glitch. Take out a huge loan. Okay, step 1. Wait. Chat, we got an infinite money glitch here. From Goldman Scraps, we're all gonna get rich. Take out a huge loan, buy a company with it, siphon money out of the company, put the loan on the company's book, declare it bankrupt. This is not an infinite money glitch. Well, it is, but it's real. It's called private equity. They do it all the time. Problem is you can't get the loan. This happens all the time from private equity. Like, for example, with Toys R Us. Toys R Us was not like going out of business because it didn't make enough money. Toys R Us went out of business because they got bought by private equity. It siphoned off all the cash it could, loaded the company with debt, then had to fucking declare bankruptcy and fire everybody. As an employee, how do you know if your company's funds are being siphoned out? It should be generally obvious as the standard of quality in the company starts to decline. You'll notice things like, I mean, it's just like lack of pay raises, employee cuts, layoffs, store closures. You know, it's like you can just tell. I mean, think about it like this. Here's the way you can picture it. Imagine you work at a nursing home. In a way, you all do, given my age. Imagine you work at a nursing home and the nursing home takes good care of its patients. Okay, you're given sponge baths. So the elderly, they get all the right pills. They're taken care of. They go on, they have the great outdoors. The standard of quality is nice. Everything's clean. It's a well-run nursing home that like gives people dignity in their old age. Then imagine private equity buys your company. And all of a sudden, instead of 28 employees, you have 12 doing the same amount of stuff. So you're stretched more thin. The food you buy is of cheaper quality. There's one-ply toilet paper. Do you know what I'm saying? They might even still be jacking up the rates. They are siphoning money out of the business. They're doing as little as possible to keep it running while getting all the extra money to themselves and loading the company up with debt. And they take all of that money out knowing eventually this thing will collapse. This is happening right now to nursing homes across America, across the world, but America too. This is very common. This is private equity. This is the danger and the damning aspect of private equity. You're basically describing Boeing now or GE 10 years ago? Yeah, yes. I mean, it's similar in that they get financialized, but private equity is specific in that it buys already running businesses and has a specific plan of knowing that it's going to reduce their quality to make more money to siphon off for themselves. Interact, have you seen the reviews for Humane.ai and how bad the product is? It's crazy. Oh yeah, it's terrible. It's that pin. AI pin that can like project onto your hand. It's completely useless. It's just incredibly stupid. Yeah, what's interesting is that it's seeming more and more obvious that the vehicle through which AI will enter our daily lives will be just phone. It's not gonna, it's just gonna accrue to like Google and Apple again. Their duopoly over phones will lead to a duopoly over consumer AI, just because we just aren't switching that pattern. Phones are powerful. Unless there is a big revolution in AR or VR, in which case Google will switch with Facebook and then it'll be Apple and Facebook. Do you know what I'm saying? Those are our options. Either we have the Apple Google duopoly over our consumer life, or it is Facebook and Apple. Those are our options. I kind of like Zuck now. So bet on Apple? Well, if the bet is, will Apple be gone in 5 years? I would bet against. 10 years. Well, I think Apple's going to be a major player. The problem is all stock valuations are so overstretched. They've all priced in so much fucking growth that I can't bet on the stock. It's already so valuable. Nobody thought Zuck would have been the most normal of all the billionaires. Is he? I mean, there's like not a million. There's 2,770 billionaires in the world. Something like that, I think. There's that many billionaires, and we don't even know many of them. You name the big ones that are like consumer facing, but there's so many billionaires that are off the grid. In fact, many of them spend absurd amount of money to be relatively private. They have like 2-line Wikipedia entries and nothing else. Everything gets scrubbed. The Waltons make up half. Yeah, exactly. Of those 2,700, 1,300 are just Walton cousins. Just like the great granddaughter of Sam Walton. So they're all off the grid. I'm sure many of them are leading relatively, compared to Jeff or Zuck or Elon, normal lives. Just using their fabulous wealth to live extreme lives of privilege. Who the fuck Walton? Sam Walton was the founder of Walmart. He is an astronomically rich individual who then passed on shares and billions of dollars to all of his progeny, who then passed it on to their progeny. And now we have like a dozen billionaires that are all Walton grandchildren, which is how much money he had, that there's people who are like distant grandnephew cousins of Sam Walton that haven't done a day of work in their life, and they're billionaires, and their kids will be billionaires. That's how crazy the Walmart fortune is. Is Walton Goggins one of them? Yes. Walton Goggins is named, he's one of the few people where you name his last name first. Yes, Walton Goggins is, of course, one of the grandchildren of Sam Walton, who pretends to be, carrying the boats. But actually, he is just selling the boats at Walmart for a discount price. She Goggin on my Walton. Yeah, that's powerful stuff. There's a lot of business stuff I read and listened to in the car. I went to a party today, and I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I'll tell you an actual fact. All right, so I got in the car to drive in LA traffic 35, 40 minutes to a party. And I went there with Ari. So we're in the car, me and Ari in the car. And the entire car ride there, I'm listening to a business podcast. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. Like, I'm really fucking vibing with it. I feel like I'm learning shit. I'm like pausing it and having these oh shit moments. I'm having a good time. Then I get there and it stops because the podcast is not even over. It's not even close to over. And so I stop it. I get out. We go to the party. As we're entering the party, Ari's like, how long do you want to stay? And I'm like, honestly, 5 minutes, because I want to go back and listen to that podcast. We go in there and I show face. I say hi to the guy that invited me. I meet some people, but I don't really want to drink. I don't really want all I'm doing is like, damn, I can't wait to drive home. I can't wait to drive home because I want to listen to the last half. I was like literally vibing with it. And so we didn't stay all that long. Like I thought I'd be there. I thought I would skip stream today, honestly. But I just stayed, a couple hours. I stayed probably 2.5 hours. And then I was like, all right, well, deuces. And then I got in the car and listened on the way home. Shit was fucking hype. What was the podcast? It was Joe Rogan. It was Joe Rogan, and it was the DMT deep dive. I wanted to know what the fuck it's all about. Like, why is DMT so fucking hype?